of Education, Obafemi University. Thank you very much. You know, once you wear a cap, you may not have the seat, but the cap stays with you. And that's why I want to invite our former dean of the Faculty of Education also, Professor T. Bello. Let's put our hands together for her. She comes to look at the table. Now the lead paper presenter is here. And I will be calling you shortly. But I want to bring, by the gray here, you know she earns the title. She earns that title by the type of hair you will be seeing on her head. So she's a professor, but I call her Mama or Techobi. Let's put our hands together for her. Wow, we are blessed. Everybody say I'm blessed.
I'm blessed.
Domin wanda zai kira yanzu daga arewa yake. Aha. Ya fara murmushi ma na ce, ba yake jin Hausa nan? Bahaushe ya. Sannu da zuwa. Ya arewa. Ina jin ku. Lafiya ko? Ni ma dan arewa ne, ka san nan gaba sunan gari na zaka sani. Ni dan Ogbomoso ne, ka san dan Ogbomoso dan arewa ne. Ko ba ka ba? Ai kyau. So our lead paper presenter is all the way from the northern part of this country. I think we should appreciate that. If not by flight, I know it's about 22 hours of driving because of the bad road. But all the same, he made it to this conference. And it's in the presence of Professor Isa Alhaji Usman from the Department of Science Education, Kaduna State University. In Kaduna State. Sannu zuwa, Allah gaba ta wani lafiya Allah gashi nan muna yi ba. An kali ne ko? A ina faru shi ne. She will learn. You are sitting beside my dean. You will pay me money. Thank you very much, all the way from Kaduna State University in the city of Kaduna. I think that university should be in Angwarime side. Abisa? Yes. I say it's in Angwarime? Yes. Okay. Clap for me. All right, thank you very much. We have our awardees too here this morning, and I'm sure many of them are here. All of them are here. Oh, that is good. Let's clap for the LOC for the synergy. Professor Agola Dobbs as the LOC chairperson, and one of our awardees is, I don't know whether he's a captain of industry, but his title is captain, so I want to assume he's a military person. Captain Ayotunde Abayo Mekoka, ably represented by my dear friend Emmanuel Alemede. Don't get too close to him, because by reflex action he can raise his leg. He's a black belter. Thank you very much. You're welcome. He's representing Captain Ayodele Abayo Mekoka. Also, we have Honorable Benjamin Kayode Adereti. Prince Benjamin Adetumbi Adeyera. Káàbọ̀ sà. Lórí ìwé tó lè fi kí pẹ̀lú aṣọ tẹ̀wọ̀ nílé káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Ilé ńkọ́ bàbá. Ẹ bá mú nǹkan bọ̀. Ń gbà ó. It's one of our awardees. Thank you very much. Also, we have in our midst Alhaji Akande Moshood Kolawole. Bàbá dàbò rẹ̀ ká ní o. Ẹ ṣe wo. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. You're welcome. Sunday Zwa. Evan. I've completed Nigeria. Thank you very much. I want to recognize all professors that might be in the house from the cognate faculties or within the faculty. Can you please raise your hand? I can see that's Professor Bamidele of the Faculty of Education. They said he's retired, but the abstract is his mastery of postgraduate programs. When paper of student gets to his front, what we don't see, he sees them. So you're welcome, sir. Any other professor in the house? Professor Okewale, please. Also, my vice dean is in the house. Humble, modest, but hardworking. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any other professor within and outside, whether Abuja, whether Nasarawa, whether anywhere, you know you traveled far to get here. Please, let's appreciate you. Please, sir. Please, sir. Can you give them a microphone? Where are you from, sir? Kaduna? Kano? Yeah, France Road. All right, he's from Kano, and I'm asking him about France Road and Savogiri. That's where the population of the Yorubas are. Yes, sir. You're from where, sir? Yes, sir.
From Kano.
From Kano too. Don't argue, don't worry, just accept me the way I am. I can see some of my ladies in hijabs, or you are just, you look northern. But because of the baby, you can introduce yourself, because he's starting from the higher level. From Kaduna. Did you follow our lead people? Okay, you came on your own for the conference. Thank you. Your name, the microphone is not working. I have my reasons for doing this. Now, Shekina, you are blessed, so because my guy and my DBC, we just where, sir? It's good to, because it's a national association, and irrespective of the challenges that we are having, they love. You are welcome.
Thank you.
From Benue State, University, Benue State, or Moses, Reverend Francis Moses, what?
Federal College of Education.
You are welcome. Kasna Allah.
Benue State.
Thank you.
Benue State.
I hear you. You are from Benue State too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Appreciate them. It's because of you that I'm not teaching. You will not know what I'm talking about. Okay, from the eastern part, south. You came in for this conference. You are from south. You are from southeast. Oh, they are on their way. All right. We all appreciate our students from Morebe High School. Appreciate yourself. Everybody seeing some uniform there. Where are you from? Our Ladies Girls High School, Mother Keke. Let's appreciate them too. So we continue on this train as people come in, we appreciate them. But we are all welcome. Welcome somebody besides say you are welcome. Thank you. So why are we here this morning? We are all gathered here by the Integrated Science Educators Association of Nigeria and for their second annual national conference. Theme: Repositioning Science Education in Nigeria. This beautiful hall that you are seated up is called the ACE Main Hall, the Center of Excellence, and our DVC academic is here, the facilitator, about what we are saying today. Let's appreciate the hall and appreciate him too. Thank you very much, sir. All right. We have done this, we'll continue to do it. Please, can we take the national anthem? Can we all rise up? Unless you are from Burundi. Okay, let's take the first stanza. It's on page 4. It's on page 4. Nigeria will hail thee. Are we ready? Nigeria, our own dear native land, the transatlantic Redeemer, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flags. Our flag shall be the symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace and back to honor, and peace with thanksgiving. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant these our one beautiful campus. We are cautious, vigilant, progressive, alert against all oppression. Forward ever, backward never, for learning and culture, sports and struggle, great effect. I love you. There's only one great effect in the universe. Another great event is a counterfeit. Great, 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 great event. Great, great event. Great. Articulate event. Articulate. Three gosa. 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 And those visitors, our university is the greatest. The microphone is not working, and I didn't switch it on. Thank you very much. We want to go to welcome addresses, and the first speaker I will call is the chairperson of the LOC, Professor O.S. Agola. Let's put our hands together.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor A.S. Bamire, ably represented by the DVC academic, Professor Aderomu, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Development, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, the Registrar, the Provost, the Bursar, the Librarian, Deans of Faculties, Directors, Head of Departments, invited guests, members of the Faculty of Education, my senior and junior colleagues, keynote speaker, lead paper presenter, today's awardees, participants and attendees in the conference from far and near, distinguished colleagues and guests, undergraduate and postgraduate students, great Ife students, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege for me to welcome you on behalf of the Integrated Science Educators Association of Nigeria to the second annual national conference with the theme Repositioning Science Education in Nigeria. I am especially honored to welcome our awardees, participants, and also our distinguished speakers, the keynote speaker, Professor Chika Nwanfo from Ebonyi State University, Abakaliki, and the lead paper presenter, Professor Isa Alhaji Usman from the Department of Science Education at Kaduna State University, Kaduna. Your advice, your networks, your relentless support, and your presence have been greatly appreciated. Thank you very much to all of you for your fantastic help. It is a privilege to stand before you today as we gather to discuss an issue of paramount importance, repositioning of science education in Nigeria. As we are all aware, the world is rapidly evolving, and the demands of the 21st century present both challenges and opportunities. A solid foundation in science education is crucial for equipping future generations with the necessary skills to navigate the complex landscape. Science is not just a subject, it is a vital tool that drives innovation, enhances critical thinking, and inspires creativity. However, our current education system has faced significant hurdles, including outdated curricula, limited access to resources, and insufficient training for educators. These challenges can hinder our students from fully realizing their potentials and understanding the scientific concepts that govern the world around them. Therefore, we must address these issues with urgency and resolve them. To reposition science education in Nigeria, we must adopt a multifaceted approach. One, curriculum review and development. We need to ensure that our science curricula are not only relevant, but also dynamic, incorporating recent discoveries and technological advancements. Our students must learn to enhance inquiry-based learning and critical analysis. Two, teacher training and development. Our educators are the cornerstone of effective learning. You must invest in continuous professional development programs that empower teachers to innovate and inspire their students. 3. Infrastructure and resources. Providing adequately equipped laboratories and access to modern technology is crucial. We must strive to create learning environment that stimulates curiosity and practical experimentation. 4. Collaboration with industries and research institutions. By forging partnerships with industries and research organizations, we can create pathways for our students to gain practical experience and exposure to real-world challenges. 5. Policy advocacy. Ultimately, advocating for policies that prioritize science education at all levels of government is crucial. We need strategic initiatives that foster an ecosystem conducive to scientific inquiry and development. As we embark on this journey to reposition science education in Nigeria, let us remember that it is not merely an academic pursuit, it is a vital component of our nation's development. Science education is a social responsibility. We are shaping the leaders, innovators, and thinkers of tomorrow. Together we can create a robust framework that empowers our children to build a brighter future. And in closing, I urge all stakeholders, educators, policymakers, parents, and students to rally together in this effort. Let us champion science education and ensure that it serves as a beacon of hope and progress for our nation. I'm grateful for the invaluable logistical support provided by the local organizing committee members who played a crucial role in making this event a success. Dr. Heso Olajide, the Vice Dean and the Vice President of the Association, I thank you. Dr. O. Bakare, Dr. M.O. Omiefa, Dr. V.O. Animola, Mr. T.G. Amuda, and Mr. N.O. Newton. I could not have done it without you. I wish all participants a fruitful deliberations at the conference. God bless Integrated Science Educators of Nigeria, Association of Nigeria. God bless Osun State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much. I want to invite the Director of the Institute of Education for a welcome address. Put your hands together. This recognized professor, giant, not she's giant. Because when she calls herself, she's a giant. Professor H.O. Ajayi, Director, Institute of Education of Africa University.
Thank you. I want to stand on the existing, the protocol already established, but at the same time I would want to appreciate some people. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Adebayo Simeon-Bamire, ably represented by the DVC academic, Professor G.O. Aderomu, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic, again, Professor G.O. Aderomu, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, Professor Akifala Oyi, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Development, Professor Akomi Idokun-Adeyemi, and other principal officers of the institution. All our awardees of today, thank you very much for coming. The keynote speaker, Professor Chika Nwafo from Ebonyi State University, thank you for accepting the offer. The lead paper presenter, Professor Isa Alaji Usman from Kaduna State University, thank you very much. All our students, thank you very much. And another year has rolled by, and we are gathered together again for academic discourse that is to move our society forward. We are here again to deliberate on germane issue for societal development. The organizers of this conference have considered the challenges facing our nation, Nigeria, and they came up with the theme, repositioning science education in Nigeria. From this theme, the word repositioning indicates that something is off as regarding science education. It is not where it means it is not where it's supposed to be. And unless it is where it's supposed to be, that is, unless science education is at the right position, there will be negative implications on the nation. And that is why this association has decided to pick this theme, so that science education can be repositioned and the nation will be able to move forward. In the light of this, there are some questions that should be asked if science education will be at the right position. And the questions are, where was science education before? How did it get to where it is now? What has been the consequences of the changes in its position? What are the steps that should be taken to bring back science education to where it's supposed to be? And who are the movers to bring it back on course? There is no doubt to the fact that science education is central to national development, innovation, and global competitiveness, which Nigeria is still struggling to attain. If we look at where science education was before, we discover that between 2030 and 1930s and 1950s, science education gained more attention in Nigeria for industrial growth. Then, Yaba College of Technology was established to train Nigerians in science and technical fields. When the University of Ibadan was established, science faculties in areas such as medicine, agriculture, and pure sciences were introduced to mark the beginning of higher level science education in Nigeria. During this period, Nigerians and British researchers contributed to malaria, yellow fever, and sleeping sickness research. Dr. Wilson Oweme, who later became prominent in agronomy, began early studies in cassava and root crops, and that later had major agricultural impact on Nigeria. In the 50s, early soil classification was done by Professor E.E. Ewenzo, who became one of the Nigeria's first leading soil scientists, thereby contributed to Nigeria's food security and cash crops. In the 60s, Professor Joseph Chike Odoze became a pioneer in nutritional biochemistry, studying protein calorie malnutrition, which influenced child health policy in Nigeria and internationally. Nigerian scientists at the Federal Vaccine Production Laboratory, Yaba, were producing smallpox and rabies vaccines locally by the mid-1960s. There were early breakthroughs in civil and structural engineering, which were recorded by Professor A.O. Adekola, one of the first Nigerian engineering professors who worked on adapting construction techniques to tropical conditions. By the late 1960s, Nigeria was already collaborating with global partners in telecommunications. So the first satellite ground station was situated at Lanlate, Oyo, between 1961 and 62. In the 70s, the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture produced landmark discoveries in maize hybridization, cassava disease resistance, and soybean varieties situated for African soils. Nigerian doctors like Professor Dora Aguili's mentors at UNN pioneered pharmacological studies of local medicine plants. In 1974, Professor T. Adeoye Lambo a psychiatrist, gained international recognition for linking traditional healing systems with modern psychiatry. Research into petroleum and petrochemicals grew rapidly under the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, with Nigerian scientists beginning to play roles in defining the exploration. So many discoveries in sciences as at the time. But now, where is the position of science? The declining happened late in 1980. And from 1980 till date, science education is taking its rightful position. I think these are some of the factors considered by the organizers to pick the theme, repositioning science education in Nigeria. And so, as we gather together in this two-day conference, let us all reason along. How do we take science education back to its normal position? So, participants, as we have come from far and wide, from the north, from the south, from the east and the west, to deliberate on this issue, let us do it with all sincerity. Let us put our points together so that we can reposition science education and Nigeria will be in the rightful place. India used to be one of the third nations, but now India has gone beyond that level because of innovations in science education. Nigeria also should do something. And so, on this note, as we gather together these 2 days, let us see how we can reposition science education. And on this note, I want to welcome everyone from far and wide, from the north, from the south, from the east and the west, to Obafemi Awolowo University. Enjoy yourself during this time. Enjoy the serene environment and feel free to move around. Thank you very much for coming.
Let's appreciate my director. She has advised you to enjoy yourself. So look at the ambience, look at the scenery, take pictures. People that if you are not foolish, tell them that you are from Dubai, they will agree. Yes or no? The beautiful things that we have here. And I remember my people from Kano. You remember Bakinzu, one of our governors in Kano State? He says, in Kano we have Coca-Cola and other industries. So in OAU, we have markets. We get our dam. School plenty, wallahi. So I'm copying Bakinzu, you remember him, in 1983. Go, so even that cola is produced in the Kano. Let's appreciate. Thank you very much. I just appreciated the distance they are covering sincerely, and I'm happy to meet you people. I want to invite my dean, the dean of the Faculty of Education of Obafemi Awolowo University, my own brother, Professor A.A. Adegiora, for his welcome speech.
His workings are just one.
Ably represented by the DVC academics, Professor Aderomu. Welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, our students, I want to welcome you to today's conference. And it is with great pleasure and profound honor that I, on behalf of the Faculty of Education, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, warmly welcome you all to this year's conference of the Integrated Science Educators Association of Nigeria. We are delighted to host such a gathering of eminent scholars, researchers, policymakers, teachers, and students who share a common vision for the advancement of science education in Nigeria. Your presence here underscores your commitment to the noble cause of education and the transformative power of science in national development. The theme selected was repositioning science education in Nigeria. It could not have been more timely than now. Today, science and technology are the springboard for innovation, socio-economic growth, and sustainable development. However, science education still suffers from many challenges in Nigeria, including infrastructure, funding, pedagogy, and the continual professional development of teachers. This conference lends us the opportune moment to examine the challenges, share best practices, and come up with practical solutions to strengthen science education at all levels. I strongly believe that if we develop constructive dialogue, carry out research collaboratively, and use innovative practices, we may be able to reposition science education in Nigeria at a level satisfying global standards, as well as covering local needs. We are in the position of giving direction to the future scientists, innovators, and leaders. As such, all the conversations taking place at this conference must make it into actionable plans that will inspire students, enable them with relevant skills, and allow them to contribute productively to the development of the nation and the world. I therefore admire the Isean leadership for the vision and dedication in holding this important conference. I also appreciate the committees, the facilitators, and all volunteers whose hard work opened the way for today's event. I ask all participants to engage fully during the session, network with colleagues, and seek collaboration opportunities beyond this conference. Together, let us make this assembly's collective wisdom a force for lasting impact on science education in Nigeria. Welcome once more to Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, the citadel of intellectual excellence. And I wish everyone successful deliberations and unforgettable experiences from this conference. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, my dean. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's my dean, Professor A. Adejura of the Faculty of Education. I want to call on my Vice Chancellor, Professor A.S. Bamire, ably represented by my brother, my friend, and my Oga, the DVC academic of Obafemi Awolowo University, Professor G.O. Akeromo. Continue to clap. The VC is here. You're welcome.
Thank you, my brother, Professor K. A. Aderogun, for the wonderful job that the Dean Faculty of Education, the Vice Dean Faculty of Education, the former Dean Faculty of Education, the Director of the Institute, our senior professors, Professor Dejobi, and other professors in the faculty. I also want to recognize the keynote speaker of today, all our awardees, and those of us that travel far and wide, from north and south of the country, down to Obafemi Awolowo University in Ife. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor of this great university, Professor Adebayo Simeon Bamire, I want to welcome you all to OAU. Actually, we would have loved to be here this morning, but there is still another university engagement that we need to attend to. And that is why I'm here to represent the Vice Chancellor and the entire university administration to grace this occasion. So let me quickly read his address so that we can continue with the program. But before the address, I want to also say that I witnessed this conference last year. It was a successful conference. And also I want to congratulate again the organizer for this conference. This is the second one. And I'm happy to see a lot of our colleagues from the northern part of the country to attend this conference. This shows that this conference is becoming real, and I want to advise that we continue to work hard to make it an international conference. So let me quickly go to the speech of the Vice Chancellor. I'm very delighted to be here today for the opening of the second annual Integrated Science Education Association of Nigeria Conference. Let me take the opportunity to welcome you to Obafemi Awolowo University, Ilefe, Nigeria. The university is honored to have this exceptional gathering of minds, researchers, academics, industry leaders, and policy makers, all brought together by a shared commitment to advancing knowledge and innovation in this year's conference in repositioning science education in Nigeria. This conference will provide a very unique opportunity for all because of its scope. It has attracted delegates from all over the world, people with wide-ranging knowledge on the issues of science education, from community to residence, innovation and evidence. This conference marks a significant milestone in our academic calendar. I therefore commend the organizing committee for their dedication and meticulous efforts in putting together a program that promises to stimulate rich dialogue, critical thinking, and collaboration. Let me assure you that at our university, we believe in the power of education and research to transform our societies. Conferences like this provide a vital platform for the exchange of ideas across disciplines and borders. They encourage us to ask difficult questions, challenge established norms, and collectively envision a better future. Therefore, as we begin the session today, I encourage you all to engage wholeheartedly, share your insights, listen actively, and make meaningful connections. It is through such engagement that knowledge grows and impacts lives far beyond the walls of academia. To our keynote speaker, lead paper presenter, all presenters, thank you all for your valuable contributions. Let me also take a moment to thank all the awardees for their great contributions towards the success of this conference. In conclusion, I wish you all a fruitful and intellectually rewarding experience. May this year's conference spark new ideas, foster collaborations, and lead to actionable outcomes that will benefit our communities and the wider world. And before I drop the microphone, I want to also encourage all of us to move around the university community. Where you are now is African Center of Excellence in ICT, a World Bank sponsored project where we are building a lot of younger generations towards developing their own skills to become entrepreneurs. We have a lot of them, so if you can move around this place, it's a small village within the campus. We have a laboratory, we have the guest house, we have everything that you can think of. So you may be here for like 3-4 months to do your research work. and then without going out of this particular village. We want to encourage the Faculty of Education to continue to focus on multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary research that will lead to innovative product development that will enhance the quality of education in this country. Once again, I want to thank you. Welcome to Obafemi University in Ife, the most beautiful campus in Africa. I'm sure you agree with that. Just take your time to go around the campus. In fact, if you don't want to go to anywhere, move around this particular environment. You see, it's unique. There is a garden outside there that accommodates about 500 students. The idea is to provide that environment for our students where they can think creatively and innovatively. Now, what we are building now is those younger generations that will not even look for a job by the time they graduate. They will be on their own and start making their own money and become self-employed. I want to also inform you that we've registered about 10 spin-off companies. These younger students, 10 of them, 10 spin-off companies, and we have over 150 students in our laboratories here, all across all the departments and faculty in the university, and also from outside the university. The idea is that to train them to have their skills. Once they graduate, they are not ready to work for anybody. They want to become employers of labor. And I want to assure you that most of them are now making money now, at least minimum of about $1,000 in a month, which is even more than the salary of some of our professors. So, and that is why we are emphasizing that this conference must be something that we have to take more serious, to encourage our younger generations to come up with a lot of new innovations. We need to stop depending on what is coming from outside. We have the best way to do all those things here. So why can't we encourage our students to do that? So on this note, I want to really thank the organizer, and then we continue to support you in any little way that we can do. So we promise that we support you with whatever we receive to support you on behalf of management. So once again, I want to thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Pray for the pictures, and at the same time, the unlicensed advertisement you just made now. He is knowledgeable in this part on what he's saying because he's instrumental to what we are saying today. So let's appreciate him once again. And our brothers and sisters from other airline university, you can take hold of his coat and ask for the model so that we can spread this innovation everywhere. Once again, my Vice Chancellor, ably represented by Professor Gio Aderomo, thank you for declaring this conference open. It is not that we want to start talking, we just declared the conference open, all we have been doing before. And there are some people attending this. Where is the echo coming from? I can hear myself. There are some people that are attending this conference. This conference is hybrid. It's not chicken, it's hybrid. That means it's both physical and it's both virtual. So I want to all our audience that are in the cloud, welcome to this conference, the second annual conference of Integrated Science Educators Association. Even though we can't see them, can we appreciate them? And on this note, that one of them that is in the cloud, our keynote, we want to take a good photograph with our Vice Chancellor and our lead paper presenter and every other person might think. So please, and the awardees, because he has to go for another engagement. Or no one will look at two officers. So please, let's come down. Let's take those pictures. You can give us silent music, but not a record. You are coming, don't worry. Dr. Mrs. Benga, can you please come? As I invite, she's ably represented by the Vice Dean of this great faculty, Obafemi Awolowo University, Professor Olajide, and Dr. Akamu will be taking the citation of the lead paper presenter.
Thank you, sir, for the privilege to read the citation of a great scholar. Professor Nwafo Shika is a renowned academic, passionate educator, and an accomplished administrator in the field of science education. With over 2 decades of dedication to academic excellence, leadership, and groundbreaking research, she has distinguished herself as a transformational figure in Nigeria's educational landscape. Professor Nwafo is a native of Ezukuna, Alioma community in Ohaku local government area, Ebonyi State. Professor Nwafo began her academic journey at Broadreg Street Primary School, Cold Camp, Enugu, where she obtained her first school leaving certificate. She proceeded to Girls High School, Nachi, Udi local government, Enugu State, earning her West African School certificate. Her impressive academic progression includes NC in Biology Integrated Science from the Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu, 1993, BSc Health Integrated Science Education with second class upper division from Enugu State University of Science and Technology, postgraduate diploma in computer science and engineering, MSc in Integrated Science Education, and PhD in Integrated Science Education from Ebonyi State University, Abakaliki. Her academic and professional positions include, but not limited to, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, Ebonyi State University, Abakaliki, 2023 to 2025. Senate Council Member, 2022 to 2025. Dean, Faculty of Education, EBSU, 2022 to 2023. Sub-Dean, Faculty of Education, EBSU, 2018 to 2022. Treasurer, ASU EBSU Cooperative Trade and Credit Society, 2012 to 2020. Academic Advisor, Computer Science Education, 2018 to 2008 to 2018. Coordinator, Work and Study Program, Science Education, 2005 to 2018. Professor Nwafo specializes in science curriculum development, ICT education in science education, computer science education, to mention but a few. Professor Nwafo has authored dozens of publications in ranked international journals indexed by Scopus, Thomson Reuters, Google Scholar, Schemaco, and SJIF. Her works are significantly contributed to the understanding of instructional innovation, technology-enhanced learning, textbook evaluation, and gender-responsive education. She is an active researcher and collaborator, contributing to book chapters with global publishers including CRS Press, Taylor and Francis Group, and Lambert Academic Publishing. She also has an expansive publication record, including online ranked journals, Big Data Mining and Analytics Journal of Education and Practice, International Journal of Applied Environmental Science, Professional Association Journal, major and minor journals, conferences, paper, conference proceedings, textbooks, and book chapters in science instruction, computer literacy, curriculum reform, and technology-enhanced teaching, to mention but a few. Professor Nwafo has demonstrated strong leadership and mentorship at Ebonyi State University and beyond. As Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, she provides strategic oversight to instructional management, personal development, and academic planning. She has also played significant roles in teacher training and curriculum implementation at the state and national levels. She is a sought-after speaker, mentor, and curriculum consultant. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our keynote speaker for today, Professor Nwafo Shika. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to invite my dean to please come to present this award to Professor Nwafo on behalf of the association. And immediately I hope we are set for the keynote address.
given is the 10th September 2025 by the Engineering Science Educators Association of Nigeria.
Please join them. And then let's continue. It's a day of clapping because your own day will come. We need to go through
àwọn làkọ́ ní tẹ̀kù sẹ́tìlẹ̀ wáyé ẹ̀yà àwọn kan ti dé o àwọn alágbèdè ìṣẹ̀yọ̀ orí àṣàbẹ̀ lẹ́nu wa ìjọ àṣàbẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ rọrùn àwọn làkọ́ ní tẹ̀kù sẹ́tìlẹ̀ wáyé. àwọn àgbẹ̀dẹ àti nípa òlẹ́dẹ̀ òlẹ́
I
The fire. Let's clap for her. She stood up, she couldn't resist the beats, but some of you as academic, we will bring her back. Also, where the keynote speaker was giving her address, some erudite scholar came inside, and I want to recognize them. Okay, they are still within the hall. Dr. Mrs. Akinola, I recognize you. Please let them see you so that the chair, guide chair can see that women are attending. Also, Dr. C.F. Akinubi, please, let's appreciate them. They came in when they, and then Dr. Adetunji too. That is the Oguaga of OAU. When you see him, you see that car. Any day doesn't ask the car, there is no money inside his pocket. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Arika will come back again to the podium to come and read the citation of our professor all the way from Kaduna State University. To welcome Professor Isean Alhaji Usman, all the way from Kaduna State University in Kaduna. The campus is in Angwari, very close to MDTC. Oh, come sir, come and use the podium. Okay, the citation, okay.
Good morning, everyone. I have the honor of reading the citation of Professor Isean Alhaji Usman. Professor Isean Alhaji Usman is a professor of science education, biology, and integrated science. He was born into the family of Alhaji Shitu Usman in Zaria State in 1954. He holds a Grade 2 certificate from Teacher Training College, TTC, Mani, in the present Katsina State. Nigeria Certificate in Education, NCE, from ATC, now FCE Zaria. BSc Edu, MSc Edu, and PhD Science Education in the year 2000, all from the famous Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. He was a lecturer and a research fellow at the Institute of Education, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where he rose to the rank of a professor in science education in the year 2000. Professor Isean served in various committees. He is a postgraduate external examiner in many universities, external assessor for NTI, now NBAIS, IGMB, STAN, NUC, NCCE, and others. I expect us to clap for him there. He also headed many departments during his sabbatical assignments. He served as the Dean of the Faculty of Education, Federal University, Kashiri, Gombe State in Nigeria. During that time, he established the following programs: LTV, Guidance and Counseling, and Human Resources, among others. Can we just clap for him? A highly erudite scholar of our time, he has attended and actively participated in numerous national and international conferences and seminars, and has written well over 30 journals and over 20 book chapters and books, many conference papers. He is an external reviewer, chief editor, and consultant in many national and international journals and other publications. Please, can we give him a round of applause? He has successfully supervised many graduate and postgraduate dissertations researches, 65 PhDs, masters, 170 graduates, and many first degree and diploma projects. Professor Isean is a member of several professional bodies such as STAN, PERSAN, 3RCN, ZEDA, and many more. He is happily married with children and presently the Dean of Faculty of Education, Kaduna State University, Kaduna. He loves participation in community services with community-based science education programs. He also loves assisting his students in every ramification in life. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you right now as our lead paper presenter in person of Professor Isean Alhaji Usman.
I'm sure you can do that. I want to invite the Director of Institute of Education. While she's coming, all the entourage that came with our lead paper presenter should come very close to the podium. It is good to capture this moment as a mark of honor. And with all the people that came with Baba all the way from Kaduna, please come to this side of the podium. Come like this. Let all the, if you have traveled, you know that it's a great work. Now I'm going to presentation without going to finish. People, yes, but after the presentation and everything. So, ma'am.
Thank you, Arike. Thank you. I think I should collect that money. Let me reply for you.
Present an award of presentation to Professor Isean from Kaduna State University, as a lead paper presenter, given this day, 10 September 2025. Thank you.
Picture. Thank you. Please don't go. My dean.
My former dean, Mamode Jolie, please come.
President.
The president, please come. Please let's come and take picture with our lead paper presenter, Professor Usman from Kaduna State University. Thank you very much. Kadanka Hanonka.
Thank you.
All right. Hello.
Our director is for education, Professor F.O. Zain, LOCA organizer of the OS Angola. Please permit me to stand on other existing protocols due to the time factor. Now, before I start my presentation, I also remember that in Katsina, when our president went to Katsina, he called a Hausa man to do what? To make a song for him. And that Hausa song is Hausa person. The president is a Yoruba person. How will you do now? You now, I don't know whether he has somebody. What will he say to entice the president? It's okay. What I want to say, Omologo, Tinubu. So, what everybody now, if you hear everybody is enough saying Omologo, Tinubu, president, yes.
Well, yeah.
Then, let's go to our paper today.
What is it?
Paper we are going to present today, repositioning of science education in Nigeria. People have talked about it already. It's not in the right position. We want to put it in the right position to make it better. Everybody has to contribute something to that. When you come to a conference like this, whether you like it or not, you learn one or two things. You don't learn anything there, which means that that's conference has to get more. Now, the team that argued about this several times that why is such education not playing its role? Because now, students, BA, SE, they all involve micro teaching. We do micro practice, but at the end, the students are failing. What's happening? That's why when I ask some NGOs, why are you not going to Nigeria and so on? That would say, when you have it, why are your students failing? Well, all the training you give them, micro teaching, practice, all this and that, I see failing. Something's wrong somewhere. That's why our education is in the wrong position. How can we make it better now? In the first place, you're going to give me a very, very, very short time. You know the definition of science already. You know that. I can't do good and find science for you. You know that already. Then, when you learn science in the faculty of science, or faculty of life science, or physical sciences, in some universities. But that science you learn, how will you help you? That's the individual. How will you use it in your society? Then science education came in. Science education now was introduced. But by anything you learn, you
at least your society, to yourself, to your society better. Society education mind is science in education. It's also education in science. What they told you learn there, come and use it. Let's use education. When you look at the process of education, science is also there. What the child must be learned, must be creative, must be useful. When the creativity come in, which means that problem solving methods come in already, which is what? Which is science. So I now summarize science into 4 meanings. Number 1, science, you will know that one very well, but for the sake of my student here, science is an organized body of knowledge. An organized body of knowledge. What do you organize? From facts to concepts to theory, to law and theory. So you say, that's not what is a fact. The fact is something truth. That's the given definition. Fact means anything you can observe. Observation means that you can see, or you can hear, or you can smile, or you can taste, or you can feel. That's the fact in science. And now go to concept. In fact, you go to concept to law. The concept now is that we have concept in science. For example, we talk about mosquito now. We talk about cockroach. We can call them one name. Which word? They are what? Insects. That insect now is what? A concept. Which student wants to know that one? You go to that law. Law, you cannot change it. A human being will give us a human being. Say, law, I cannot change it. What goes up must come down. Are you agree with that? Someone say no. They say your age cannot come down. But you behave like children later, and later you become like a child, which means that your age is passing back. Yes. I'm getting into now. Go to theory. Theory now, to base on theories which cannot observe, but we expect that there. For example, atomic theory. Atomic theory. Chemistry. Have you ever seen atom? I've not seen it, but it's there. That's a theory. So science will deal on that. That will give you what? Product of science set. Product of science. Maybe what my products have biology, you have genetics, chemistry, you have organic chemistry, and so on and so on. So the next one is science is a process of investigation. It's a process of inquiry. And from that process, you now get the knowledge. You observe, you find your problem, hypothesis, collect data, analyze, and what? Interpret, and then make inference. So science is that's one basic difference between science and other non-science subjects. That's that aspect of process. Science will follow that process. You will see. Don't argue there. Then the next one is science is part of our culture. So all those who define science and just look their own meaning and bring my own meaning of it. It's part of our culture. Nowadays, you cannot do without science. You can't. You are wearing a wristwatch, product of science. You are wearing your clothes, product of science. Your shoe, product of science. Your house, product of science. Fan, all this decoration, they are all product of science. Somebody said that one is science. Somebody said, okay, science. Say this is science. That's to him, it's science. And it's correct. Which means what? It's life. Okay? Science also a factor of social change. When you are advanced in technology, your country will move forward. But you cannot get technology without science. Now, America and England, they are advanced because of their advance in science and technology. In Nigeria now we are seeing moving now. You see when we are having our virtual representation now, we still have problem with network. And then we now go to integrated science. What do you mean by integrated science? What is integrated? Somebody say, what should I do? I'm going to waste my time. Go and learn chemistry, biology, physics, geography, mathematics. Why was I waste my time? I said, no. Integrated science was developed during Sputnik one era in 1957 in America, when Russia, formerly USSR, they launched the first satellite to the moon. America were embarrassed by the postal powers. Why should Russia shoot something to the sky? Why is this thing down? They start challenging their education system. What do we do to do this? Let's give our children relevant education, not just memory. That's how science is. Now, you have to now make a kind of projects to train people on that. You emphasize on science process approach and concept teaching approach instead of just memorization and give out. So that's how they were advancing. Now, I see now, England colonized America. But now, England cannot do anything without the permission of America. You see now, because America is more advanced in their technology. So now, when you say technology science now, when you are teaching it, what do you look at? Up to now, some of us, we still have problem with integrated science. That's our students in secondary school. You tell them, yes sir, we have inter-science. We have inter-science. It's not inter-science, it's integrated science. Integrated science. When you ask even university student, what is integrated science? It is combination of biology, physics, chemistry, geography. No, it's more than that. It's more than that. Integration means several subjects come together as one. When scientists believe that there's a holistic view. Knowledge is one, but one that's dividing it. Like the one dividing into biology, chemistry, physics, history, geography, Hausa, Arabic. You are the one. Knowledge is one. But for what? For easy understanding, that's why those are divided. Now let me give you an example now. I used to do it to my students. When we were board for accreditation, and one asked them, they give you the same definition. I said, no. Now, let's use students as an example. You are eating now, yes. Your mouth is what? Your mouth is an organ. Biology. That is what? Yes. Inside your mouth there is chemistry. What is that? Saliva, kaolin, enzyme, huh? Inside your mouth there is physics. What is that? Your teeth. That shape, they are for cutting material, for grinding. It's physics now. Inside your mouth you have mathematics. Number of your teeth. Dental formula. One aspect of your mouth. The quantity of food you are eating, quantity of the food you are eating now, is also what? Math. If you take more than what you can chew, you have trouble. Huh? Okay. Now, geography. What is geography in integrated science? Is that the one you say? They cannot answer. Say, I don't want to joke with them. Look at the mouth of your neighbor. The shape of the mouth is what? Map reading. Yes, map reading. You have different shape in their mouth. Huh? How is map reading now? Geography is calling. The spatial of the mouth is there. The spatial field of the mouth is another geography. You can see now that integrated science is not just biological activities. Even the way students learn, how do they learn? Psychology has come in. Some students are what? Convergent, some are divergent, some are independent or independent. Some learn very fast, some learn very slow. Some they want to see before they learn. Some they want to see and hear before they learn. Some you can just tell them they will learn. So that's psychology and take part. It's part of what? Integrated science. And sociology comes in. Inside integrated science again. That is, the child coming from a different environment. How will you use this environment to teach him? You are now teaching somebody about food. You are mentioning fry in the later. If you look at what is this? If you look up, you look amala, amala, and then when you say, okay, yes. You understand me very well. Huh? 1, 2, 3, structure the teacher said that they go to the father. The father, your child cannot learn. I don't know what's happening to him. And mathematics. Then the father was annoyed. He went with the teacher with the child. He said, sir, you say my child doesn't know anything. See, he doesn't know anything now. What do you ask him to do now? He said, I say you should 2x plus 2x. Can I give you the answer? He said, you see, you are not that confused, my child. What is x? Tell me what is x first. Let's have the concept of what? X. Sari woman, he said, Nkechi,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Daddy. Yes, Daddy.
2 naira plus 2 naira. He said 4 naira. What is the difference? What is the difference about it? Tell him this S represents naira. This S represents what? Whatever. If I did not, this S represents what I not. 2 gold plus 2 gold. My friend. 2 gold plus 2 gold plus 2 gold. So you see now, they have now used what? The child's environment to teach him. Another example is this. You are teaching mathematics, simultaneous, quadratic simultaneous equation. Quadratic simultaneous equation. Even look at this woman in secondary school, look at them there. They are already confused. It's your grammar. What is quadratic? 4 places. What is simultaneous? At the same time. Equation, balance them. You know that, and then continue your grammar, your formula. They are okay. They are not. They are got the background. They are got the background. You will be happy with your work. Now, let me see. I'll give example with see, me I teach an example. Tell you. My undergraduate student, I take the grammar and they pass everybody. Now, leave. What are teaching photosynthesis? Photosynthesis in biology. That's this way. Integrated science. Show them what integration. Number 1, you leave the cells in biology. That also very good. That green color is what? Chlorophyll. Which is what? Chemistry. Huh? Yes. Good. Look at this fish. Is this monoculture or diacot? Is it diacot or monocot? Diacot. It's coming now. The vein space. Geography is coming. So you know, okay, what you are learning now, there's all this, and then in your formula too. Water, CO2, plus what? Sorry, carbon dioxide, CO2, plus HO2, plus chlorophyll, to give you what? Carbohydrates, and what? Energy, and what? And water. Are you getting me now? So tell me now, understand what you are saying. When you didn't show him, you are not telling grammar in the classroom, if you have HO2, you plus chlorophyll, but this is you answer. And later you say the fail. You know, they are not that fail, you are the one that fail. Understand them and then teach them very well. That's what you want. So we need to reposition our science. Science should be repositioned. Teach them very well in the classroom. Even if they are how many, try to teach them. But we have so many problems. I'm going to problem now. Why we have this we're putting ourselves in the wrong position. Number 1, corruption. There's corruption in science. In education generally. A provost or vice can give you money to go and do what? And buy books in the library, buy chemical and everything. If you take some of the book and buy and some of the money and buy JC and this thing to the school. Why was he doing this? That's why Buhari was having music. And now with ASU. That you ASU, why are you not monitoring your vice chancellors? You know that giving them. What are you doing with it? You didn't talk about John, you are fighting government always. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So that's corruption word in education. Class size, another important issue. The university looking for what? Asia, they're looking for money. If you have less, they say, why are you having only few days of class? What's happening? Because they are looking for money. They are not even teaching. You are not teaching classroom. And you want to see foreign in classroom. Tell me, how will you use effective teaching method? See 400 students in the class. The problem, and the end is if you use hand-on activities. Not only minds up. Then, when the issue of covering syllabus, we are also eager to do what? To cover syllabus. Instead of teaching, at least 3/4 of your courses to students. Maybe 1/4, give them assignment. But otherwise, assignment always. Go to the internet, go and do for you. Go to the internet and do. You what are you doing? Go to artificial intelligence, AI. Are you artificial? As soon as artificial, give them the real one first, then link them to what? Artificial intelligence. Okay, so now, we also have problem of curriculum changes, somebody I mentioned before. There are a lot of things there I'm going to mention. You start a very good program, come and say, no, you want this. For example, basic science, format was 6334. Education what? System. Yeah, I said, no, she won't be 64 anymore. She'll be 934. Your syllabus already designed by experts. For what? For 6 years in lower primary and secondary school. But then they say change to 9 years. They say why? Every child should be given basic education. Even though if you like, let him go to university, let him go to polytechnic, let him go and be a mechanic in his village, let him go and be dining and do anything he likes. But let him have that basic word, basic education. That's why we have basic education 9 years. It's a compulsory education 9 years. So that when you are telling a child that, my son come now, I saw my cat, I saw a doctor do something. Oh, he put zero, you cross it, he put arrow. What is that? I just didn't know it. You should know that yes, it's not referring to us. This one's a female or whatever. Are you getting me? When they write the HAB, high blood pressure, high BP, you should need to know what you are saying. At that level, you should know it. When you say, by diabetes, you should know at that level. That's what you are saying now. Because we don't do that. We only go and student theory, they are tired. Even in teaching method, we are not supposed to be sitting with students in classroom for almost an hour. In primary school, secondary school, only 40 minutes. That's sitting down. No. There are resource people outside that can help you teach. For example, now, we are teaching children fermentation. Fermentation, maybe in chemistry. How to produce what? Alcohol. You look at what is this foreign something? It is from America or England. It's in your village. Even in your village, you have it. For example, in your village, you have palm wine, palm water. Academia, call the person who are doing that, who are taking palm wine. Let him come to your class and explain to the student how this is done. You make it on it. So we see now you are linking to the site. Academia, and so on. So now, how we bring this one now? Teach the student very well. Be honest with them. Make sure that integration is coming clearly. I think they are warning me already now. Now, these are my friends standing near me here. So I thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I advise them for standing up. You knew the import of what was translated now. And do you know the difference between him and a lecturer? Do you know the difference? He went through teacher training college. He's a trained teacher. And that is why no, we call them as people. And I'm happy to align with you, sir. I went to a teacher training college too, the UP program in 1977. I went to UP teacher training college in Manchester. That's in Kaduna State. So that's why I said we have some things in common, although there is age gap. Me, I'm still young. Thank you, sir. And then in ATC Zaria, there used to be a man called Mr. Reo. He's my uncle. He taught mathematics. He taught you mathematics. Can you see how life is? So immediately I was reading the citation, I said, this is home from home. Thank you very much, Prof. Professor Alhaji Usman. Let's appreciate him one more time. And the way that he has dealt with repositioning is not a book. And that is why we need to appreciate the organizers of this year's conference for bringing practicality into what we are doing. Two of our awardees here are cocoa merchants. Are we together now? But I saw that one added education to it, and one is a prince. I'm a prince too. Thank you very much. It's your time, sir. It's going to Tosan. Every bit about going to Babaso. Every bit to a Wale. I buy a call. Arike, Ofekwe, Prince Benjamin Adetunde Adeyera. Mo fẹ́ kí Arike bá mi fi gbogbo yín débi. Ìjà aláwọ̀ tó bá bàbá wa rí ẹni wọlé. Ẹ máa sún ẹ̀rọ ọ̀fẹ́. Ẹni tí a bá wà wá wálé bàbá sí Thank you very much. Okay, my former dean is already here. He will do the presentation. We have started. I want to call Dr. Adetunji to join me here. The door again of you. I've told you when he doesn't wear that cap, there is no money inside his pocket. But that he's wearing it today is going to give me some. Maybe they come home and say, "Fine, but I couldn't give me a call." They want to make a citation, Baba. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I stand on the existing protocol as I enjoy my rare privilege to read the citation of Prince Benjamin Adetunde Adeyera. The prince standing before you at this hour is a distinguished business mogul. He was born on August 13, 1959 into the royal ruling compound of Ogburu, Olodo Ilare Ile-Ife, Osun State. Ogburu, Olodo Ilare Ile-Ife, Osun State. As the fifth child of his family, he held his father's admiration and was chosen at a tender age to learn the family's cocoa trade. He began his education at St. John's Primary School in Ilare. However, the sudden death of his father in 1974 disrupted his studies and thrust him into the responsibility of sustaining the cocoa business. Despite these challenges, Prince Adeyera demonstrated resilience. He expanded his ventures into farming and the supply of building materials. He registered as a supplier to the maintenance department of Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital and managed cement stores while learning complexities of cocoa trade. Later, he broadened his business scope by becoming a distributor of Dangote spaghetti in Ile-Ife and Ilesha. Ladies and gentlemen, through dedication and strategic learning, Prince Adeyera grew his company, Ben Adeyera and Sons Enterprise, from a modest outfit handling 100 metric tons in a 20 square meter store to a major supplier with a capacity of 80,000 metric tons. The company's headquarters at Arubid, Ile-Ife now serves prominent exporters such as Starling Global Limited, Olam Group, Barry Cocoa, Tulip Cocoa Processing, ED&F Man Cocoa Processing, and Agro-Olam Commodity Limited, and a host of others. Recognized for his integrity and humility, Prince Adeyera has supported hundreds of farmers through cocoa value chain, earning the respect of his peers. His leadership qualities led to his appointment as chairman of Osun State Produce Association, which brings together merchants in cocoa, cashew, and palm kernel. Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he broadened his global outlook by attending the International Federation of Cocoa Conference in the United Kingdom in 2018. He hosted, this conference was hosted by the Federation of Cocoa Commerce and Beyond Business. The prince standing before you at this hour, Prince Adeyera, has remained deeply committed to the Anglican Church. He is a dedicated member of St. John's Anglican Church, Ilare Ile-Ife, and a pioneer parishioner of St. Mary's Anglican Church, Ile-Ife, where he serves as Otun Baba Ijo. Through generous support and community service, he has positively impacted countless lives. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince Benjamin Adetunbi Adeyera is happily married and blessed with children and grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby present to you Prince Benjamin Adetunbi Adeyera for the award of excellence in cocoa dealership by the Integrated Science Education Association of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you. When Papa is going by, you will sing. Because this attainment is worth celebrating, sir. It's worth celebrating. And to celebrate with us and to hand you over this much deserved award today is my former dean, Professor Theodora Bello, please.
Thank you very much. I want to present this award to my brother, my father, because we attend the same church and it's like a father and a brother to me. We've been coming for more than 10 years. And I want to say, sir, that we will bring our classroom to your cocoa office. I'm serious because it's very low. And so we'll be bringing our students to your shops to come and learn. We will learn the one in the classroom and then we will learn the one in the field so that they can begin to develop interest beyond the classroom. And then we want to break the ceilings and then come to the field. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the Faculty of Education and especially the Integrated Science Educators Association of Nigeria, we are presenting this award of excellence in cocoa dealership presented to you, sir, Prince Chief Benjamin Adetunbi Adeyera, for your contribution to the achievements of humanity today, 10th day of September 2025. Thank you very much, sir.
When he's going to sit down, you will escort him, but he will not follow you. I said you will escort him.
ẹ jẹ́ ká kọrin fún bàbá ẹni.
Ìjọba ló máa kọrin tí bàbá bá lọ jókòó. You have your day. Ó ṣẹ̀mí ló bá tí mo fi ń pè ní ìjọba tó bá ti bàtẹ́lì sí wàá gbọ́n sálọ. Thank you very much, Baba. I want us to take pictures with you. Then please. If it is Iguru now, you know what your standing means. We are not too academic, not for you to support the person that you follow. So taking away to the movie that Baba, hello, Kori, we will let you support him, Baba. Chairman. What you are saying? Okay, when you are so oh yeah. Okay, ẹjọ́ ta ló gba microphone lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Táwọn náà wá Alhaji Àkàndé Moshood Kọ́láwọlé àwọn olóbá bàbá wa tí a mọ̀ ìbejì mi ò ní ìgbàlẹ̀ ọ̀pẹ ní ìgbàlẹ̀ ìbejì orí gbàgbà lẹ́sì Àríkẹ́ wá gba microphone.
Ọlọ́run ẹ̀ka náà jù mí o, àlàrun wọn sẹ́lí aláṣẹ ìjọba.
Òṣèlú ẹ̀ pọ̀ máa ń gbé Ìbàdàn.
Ladies and gentlemen,
spaghetti la wá ṣe fún bàbá kí sábà spaghetti bàbá.
Arike and the MC take over the floor. I want to read the citation of our Baba, Alhaji Àkàndé Moshood Kọ́láwọlé. I hope I'm correct. Alhaji Moshood Kọ́láwọlé Àkàndé was born in Ibadan after Nigeria's independence. He began his early education in primary school, but was fortunate to proceed to secondary school. Afterwards, his father encouraged him to learn how to plant and harvest cocoa crops. Although he initially insisted on pursuing further education, circumstances did not permit him to do so. When he moved to Ife, it became clear that he would not be able to continue with formal schooling. Determined to acquire a skill, he was directed to learn a trade. He chose to learn building plant work and spent 2 years under apprenticeship. After completing his training, he gained his freedom, and a shop was rented for him. He began practicing his trade, but within 2 months, a man in the same shop complex called him by the name Brother Kola and invited him to join in cultivating cocoa. Accepting the invitation, he began to combine cocoa work with his building plant trade. After 3 months, people around him observed that he spent little time at the shop and advised him to remain there if he wanted to attract customers. He listened to their advice, and by God's grace, customers began to come to his way. Around this period, he also bought a motorcycle. Initially, he used it for transportation as a side business. He had a close friend who also involved in cocoa trading, and together they shared the routine. After their daily transportation work, He will often visit his friend's place, sit with him, and share jokes. I hope students are thinking this is multitasking, multi-trading, multi-work. In 1994, a turning point came when someone offered him the opportunity to transfer cocoa products from one location to another. At that time, Being Chartered had him between 200 and 300 naira, which was more than he made from his regular transport work. This time, Being Chartered, this sparked his interest in cocoa trading. Soon after, a man entrusted him with 20,000 naira to buy cocoa. When asked where he would purchase it, he confidently replied it would come from his family farm. He then proceeded to his father's place at Ibode and went to the market where he bought 2 bags of cocoa. He delivered them the very next day. The man who gave him the money was surprised at how quickly he completed the transaction, especially since others who had collected money for weeks had not yet delivered. Can you see truthfulness? Please clap for him. Impressed by his honesty and speed, the man entrusted him with more funds collected from others. Alhaji Akaye immediately purchased 2 to 3 more bags of cocoa from his father's friend, delivered them promptly, and continued to build a reputation for reliability. This marked the beginning of his journey in cocoa trading. Please reward honesty. From these humble beginnings, this microphone is not working again. From these humble beginnings, the business grew steadily. Over time, it expanded to the point where he and his team were loading full trailers of cocoa and selling to international buyers. With God's blessing, the business prospered greatly and gained widespread recognition. Looking back, Alhaji Oshu Kolawole Akande give glory to Almighty God for the grace, opportunities, and privilege he enjoyed throughout his life. Lesson from his life: perseverance, the value of honesty and integrity, hard work and humility, openness to opportunity, faith and gratitude. On the family front, Alhaji Akande ensured that all his children received a sound education. 3 of them successfully graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University in Nigeria, and 1 is currently a final year student in Obafemi Awolowo University. Alhaji Moshood Kolawole is happily married and blessed with children. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby present to you Alhaji Moshood Kolawole for the Award of Excellence in Cocoa Dealership by the Integrated Science Educators Association of Nigeria, Isean. Welcome, sir.
And to present this award is our mommy. I'm sure you recognize her that she, by all means, Professor Dejobi, erudite scholar from the Institute of Education, to present this award.
Thank you very much.
I have the honor to present this award of excellence given on this day, 10th September 2025, the award of excellence in cocoa dealership to Alhaji Akande Moshood Kolawole for his contribution to the upliftment of humanity. Thank you very
Chairman, mi ò kéde báyà pẹ̀lú chairman torí bábò dáwà olórí láàfin bá bàbá wa wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọ fún mi ní ìsìn àti yóò. So chairman mi ẹ jẹ́ kí bàbá àti mọ́bọ̀ mọ́ wọ́n bá bàbá wa chairman ẹ mọ̀ bọ̀ ṣébi tó ẹ̀ka ẹ bá bàbá mọ́ra kí wọ́n wà á láì wáyé. You'll be standing like this and you'll be reading your citation. How many of you believe? But you are share a collateral story one. That's 20 naira. That's 20,000. Then you buy this in Baba and share from Baba. Then Baba Prince now. When Baba come 1974, I remember we went to Kanoga Luri. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní àwọn olóòlé ẹ̀kọ́ fún tí kò láti yẹ ìsìn ní ìsà. Ibi tó rí bá dá ní sísà. Àní bàbá ti ní bí mẹ́ta tó graduate mẹ́rin àwọn kan sì ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn wọ́n á parí láyọ̀. I want to call our last awardee, Captain Koka, big man in the Nigerian maritime space. And is heavily represented by my friend and also an educationist, Mr. Emmanuel Alemede. Let's put our hands together as he comes to the front. And then Baba
Please permit me to enjoy my privilege as the orator for citation of Captain Ayotunde Abayomi Koka standing before us this afternoon. Captain Ayotunde Abayomi Koka was the third of 6 children born to Pastor and Lady Ines Koka. Captain Koka's academic voyage began at the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, where he earned a bachelor's degree in geography from Faculty of Social Sciences. This grounding in understanding the world's landscapes foreshadowed a future spent navigating its very airways. After dutifully completing his National Youth Service Corps NYSC, his passion for aviation ignited. He pursued his dream with singular focus at the Nigerian Flying School, ascending to the pinnacle of his profession by obtaining the most senior pilot licenses recognized across Africa, Europe, and the United States of America, qualifying him to command both aeroplanes and helicopters, a testament to his exceptional skill and dedication. Today, ladies and gentlemen, he boasts over 3 decades of distinguished flying experience. His professional ascent was swift and distinguished. From 2008 to 2010, Captain Coker served as Director of Flight Operations at Genesis Global Aviation, a role that demanded leadership, precision, and operational excellence. In 2010, he transitioned his considerable expertise to the public sector, joining the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, as Chief Pilot. Here, he played a crucial role in securing Nigeria's maritime domain from area threats. Today, Captain Coker serves as Director and Coordinator for the Central Zone at NIMASA, a pivotal leadership position where his strategic vision and deep operational knowledge guide critical maritime safety and security initiatives. Distinguished audience, his expertise is further amplified in his role as a certified flight instructor, where he shapes the next generation of aviation professionals passing on the mantle of excellence. Beyond the cockpits and the boardroom, Captain Coker is a pillar of his community and a devoted family man, cherishing his role as a father to 2 young adults. Ladies and gentlemen, the man standing before you proudly served as the inaugural president of the Maryland Ikeja Social Club, fostering camaraderie and social responsibility. However, the most defining aspect of Captain Coker is his quiet, steadfast commitment to others. Ladies and gentlemen, the man standing before you is a true philanthropist at heart. He prefers to extend his generosity privately, touching lives without fanfare. This deep-seated compassion stems from a profound love and passion for God's work, as well as an unwavering dedication to serving humanity. He embodies the essence of gentleman, principled, respectful, and kind. His life is a testament to the belief that accurate service is its reward, ultimately acknowledged by a higher power. My dear distinguished audience, Captain Ayotunde Abayomi Coker's story is more than a chronicle of professional accolades. It is an inspiring narrative of soaring ambition, anchored by unwavering faith, selfless service, family devotion, and the quiet power of making a difference, both in the vast skies and in the intimate corners of human need. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished audience here in the podium, Captain Ayotunde Abayomi Coker is happily married and blessed with children. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby present to you Captain Ayotunde Abayomi Coker for the Award of Excellence in Human Capital Development by the prestigious Integrated Science Education Association of Nigeria, ISEAN. I thank you very much.
Professor Usman.
Given to you this day of 10th September 2025. This award is to relate you and motivate you to do more. If you see what now you can do, nothing very well. Know that the reward is not only here.
Thank you.
Baba, praise.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Ẹ ṣe orí àti àdúgbò pọ̀ pàápàá jùlọ lọ́wọ́ bàbá àwọn lọ́wọ́ wá títí lórí head of this department Professor Adéjọ́ àdúgbò pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkùnrin obìnrin ọmọdé pàápàá jùlọ àwọn tó ti òkè ọ̀yà wá. We appreciate you all. Far away paths. Because we are learn from them.
Hello, sir.
And we learn
Hello.
to appreciate them.
Everybody from Monterey.
Because
are your teachers here? Yes, sir.
People know that
Thank you.
our Lord is first professor of integrated science. Because he never look at paper before he presents us his speech. He tells us that this call integrated science is coming back. From where it starts, it's still coming back. Because our Creator is the first professor of integrated science. We don't know how he did to build us. And he do wonder. Our God do wonder. Because he separated us from animals. We know how to think than animals. We know how to do our thing in a normal way. That's what the God is doing, is wonderful. We still appreciate him every day. Every day I appreciate God because I will look myself and I will remember. One day I just sit down and think, how God do it? We are just changing from father to where we are. And we are going to be parents by another unborn baby. It's a wonder. Let us appreciate God.
Of the Department of PhD. I'll fight you to call it apology. Kinesiologist. So I'm a professor of sports psychology, a lecturer in Obafemi Awolowo University here. Now we can do the vote of thanks. Thank you. Dr. Amudabi. Dr. Amudabi will be doing the vote of thanks on behalf of the LOCs. Arike, thank you. Safe trip. Yes, sir.
Thank you, my prof. On behalf of the association, we want to appreciate all dignitaries starting from the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor A.S. Bamire. We want to appreciate the DVC ACAD that represented the Vice Chancellor here today, and also we also appreciate our Dean, our Faculty of Education, Professor A.A. Adediwura. The Director of Institute of Education is appreciated, Professor H.O. Ajani. We appreciate you, ma. On behalf of the LOC, we appreciate all members of the association and everyone who has greeted this occasion today. Most especially, we appreciate our members from the far north. You are all appreciated. Thank you. We promise to do it better than this next year when we are going to be having the third edition of the annual conference. All our secondary school students are also appreciated. Let's sit back as the conference continues, though the formal openings comes to an end now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Plenary session will start almost immediately when we have decorum. So for those of us that wants to present papers, let's get ready so that we will make use of the day. And you see, as he was giving vote of thanks, even when they are sharing food, they always forget it. Vote of thanks. I give vote of thanks to Professor Kaindade for anchoring the program. Thank you. Walk around and enjoy yourself. If you have never seen a lion before, we have in Natural Museum. It's very close here. And python is inside. Azuko, Adansi Koko Amagaranta. So, wallahi, ina murna ne da zaka ga. Za ku soka lafiya kuna kuma gida ku, za ku same iyali lafiya. Baba from Kaduna, when I come to Kaduna next time, you will host me. I'm not expensive to be hosted. 2 masara is just fine. Thank you very much. Secondary school students, Marimi, our ladies, thank you for your time. Every other person that graced this occasion, appreciate yourself with a clap. Every one of us. Every one of us. So plenary session will start almost immediately, and then our chairperson will take over from there. Thank you. National anthem again, we are finished. Let's close by singing let's take our pledge. Let's rise up and take Nigerian pledge to close. I pledge to Nigeria, my country. Some people are from Cameroon, stop. Some people are from Togo. Yadipa, they are from Togo. So let's take the pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country. I have a doctor here that says I should not introduce her. She wants me to forget. All the way from Federal University of Education in Lawe Ekiti. Dr. What? Wale. So thank you very much. God bless you. Safe trip as you go by. My man from Benue. I don't know whether you are from the Kenya or you are from Zambia, so I don't know what to speak to you. You are welcome anyway. The venue for the plenary session is here.